Hi beautifuls, welcome back to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium, twin flame coach. I cover astrology, moon energy and personal development. If you do want to come join us in the members hub, we have private twin flame questions in there. No super chat required. And yes, monthly I come to you live, and during those sessions you're able to ask quick super chat questions. Now for this video, we're going to tune into your psychic energy surrounding your zodiac sign and anything that may come up through this. We will have the extension read should you be interested. Love and light, guys. Sit back, relax, grab a cuppa, and let's get into your update. Hi Cancer, welcome back. We are here to do your energy for the second week of April. For those of you that don't know, the intro gave the information about me. So we're going to get into your energy with the cards, as well as use my psychic gift. Now, you have really, I was like, what do I call this reading? What do I call this reading? Because both astrologically and with the cards, you guys have, it's a bit like Forrest Gump. And in your opinion, you may have felt life was like a box of chocolates. You just didn't know what you were going to get. And I really do feel there's a lot of things that you guys are coming to terms with. Now, you are very much moon energy. You're also the element of the fourth house, which the full moon in Libra really was the fourth house, which is home, family. I do feel a lot of you were coming to terms with those things. I think there was a lot of regression, really going back, an epiphany moment. So spiritually speaking, potentially even moving up to the new moon in Aries, I do feel intuitively that you guys may be coming to terms with a lot of things and recovering. But there's a lot of decisions that you guys are geared up ready to make, and this is a really wonderful month for such. On top of the fact that as we do move forward, we are going to be having Mars transit into your zodiac sign Cancer, which is in its detriment. But, that adversity that we do experience, it really does shape us. So please have faith in the process. And you may find during that process, you may actually uncover some truths during that. Look for both with your chakra cards, you have positions in reverse. It's like, and this is base chakra, it's family, it's home, it's stability, it's, what the past gave you was very much this, and it doesn't necessarily mean this is where you are right now, but I think it's deeply reflective from an intuitive point of view. It feels reflective, it feels as though it's helping you come to terms with it more so. It's making you have that fight in you to actually achieve those goals, to be able to achieve that stability. And I really feel from the cards coming through, yes, there was a lot of tension in the past, but you're willing to put the blood, sweat and tears in to actually get what you feel, was divinely guided for you and, destined, so to speak, to come to you. But you're willing to do that now for that what's worthy. Okay, what do I mean by that? In the past, maybe there may have been some circumstances that you were pouring your energy into. You may have felt, and this is very common for Cancerians, because Cancerians, the old version of Cancerians, might I add, because we did have the nodes in Cancer and Capricorn. So you guys really, point blank zero, have changed quite a bit in your demeanor. You're not that natural, old-fashioned style Cancer and Capricorn energies coming through any longer. Although as we have Pluto going retrograde during this month, you may find that you're really assessing and reassessing and correcting, your relationship sector, and that's something that can be coming up. So what I'm meaning is the new version of you may have given far too much. It might have been quite taxing spiritually, and there might have been recovery after recovery and really persevering through adversity. And I'm simply feeling by your reading at the moment is that where you're standing, if you have had that time for recovery, what you're gearing up ready to do is to really make a grand shift, to have all your hopes and goals met. I do feel you're coming to terms with things, and you're actually pulling things down. You're actually acknowledging the fact that in your life you had to make very hard decisions. It can be to renew something, and it's like, okay, very Pluto energy, and we are moving to Hades with the full moon in Scorpio later on in the month. So It's that demeanor where you're coming to the table and actually saying, look, the old me is dead and gone. The new version of me is here. There might have been a lot of control in connections previously. And there might have been a lot of tension, especially from those cards. And I'm really psychically, intuitively picking that this is your memory system. And even in the past position, it was the arguments and disputes that you endured. Now, what you're really moving towards, Cancer, it's really beautiful, is, you know, really filling your cup, but following your passions, following your goals, going and getting those things. You're an acknowledgement of the people, places, and things that still are there in a drama sense, but you're really seeing them for what they actually are. So if you're needing to challenge a person, I'm seeing dust. It's like, okay. You know, having to do that, you're quite willing to. This can be a karmic individual. It could be, but again, it still feels a memory sense. You're in awareness that those energies are there throughout the world, but you're also using instincts relating to, you know, who these people were, how they are towards you. And I will go into clarifiers on the extension, but I don't feel these energies to be a problem. I feel it's almost you're acknowledging it. You've brought it to an end. You're trying to make peace with it. And I don't feel it's that you haven't made peace with it. It's come up in your mind's eye, so to speak. So it's like, and that's very common in healing. Healing can come through at various stages. Through my coaching process, people do ask, you know, why do I keep regressing over this one area? And usually it's because as you spiritually grow, as you emotionally grow, you do come to that storyline very differently, to see it from different viewpoints, and it does develop you. So it's just a different way, so to speak, of handling these things. Some of you may have communication from a feminine. It might be quite toxic in nature. I do feel you're very grounded relating to this, and I feel, you know, if anything, I'm sensing it's to do with money, especially with the fish coming through on the cup, and for your sanity and peace of mind, I feel that's not an issue for you. It just feels you're very much getting your ducks in a row, so to speak, and I do feel you're very focused towards the end of this week. Very intentionally, you're looking at the burdens, the responsibilities, and you also know that this inevitably will need to be dropped. So there's certain ways of things that you're doing, and you're making very large decisions. I'm also picking up intuitively that some of you, your diet energy might be coming through, where your vibration and aura, you know, might be having a bit of a change about. And so that can be something that's coming into play so that you can have more energy. And as we do move further and further away from last month, you're going to find you're a lot more energetic than when we were there. Now, I do feel there's a big plan here to do with money, and I feel you're teaming up. This can be an offer coming through on a work front for some of you. I also feel that you know, this is a lot of money, and it's quite lucrative, but it's big plans. It's also there's a lot of strength behind it. You know, there's a lot of heart. You're placing your heart into situations. You're willing to give your blood, sweat, and tears. This is for love. This is for the correct people, the correct places, the correct things. But you're not jumping the gun. I feel you have put something on hold, you pulled something down, but you're having to recover. And it can also be from all the hard work you've actually, you know, been doing to get to where you are right now. There can be a circumstance where you're pausing to reflect upon this. Let's see what this is, because it feels we need to continue this before the extension. There's a few storylines coming through here. One is to do with the decision. One is unfinished business. We'll see what this is. What is this, please, for Cancer? Ooh, okay, there's a lot of things you feel that are coming at you. There is a group of people that you do not wish to be around. And there's also protectiveness towards a romantic interest, okay? So there's two energies here, but there's also protectiveness towards the path that you're going forward with. Now, some of you, there may be contracts, and I feel this connection with a professional energy coming through. Yeah, you're being very rational to do with the situation, but this can be you're in a better spot than you thought. But where you're moving towards, some of you, this can be a move of home, but others of you, this can directly be changing around in a home, renovating, making big plans to do with the future of, you know, what that's going to be like. You can be talking about accommodation, residence arrangements, decorations, but it feels very separately. This can be legal kind of, and again, I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, spiritually, this is what's coming through. It feels as though there's documentation and contracts. So this contract energy might be for some of you to do with a previous connection, a separation, divorce, and things like that. But it feels it's already happened. It's not necessarily something that's new. For some of you, it could be new. But this is tying up of loose ends and documentation, I'm saying. This... It can be a third party energy. A lot of times when we co-parent, situations to this degree can happen. But I do feel sort of like this push-pull, but there's definitely movement forward where you're making a very firm stand and you know what you want and you're going to go and get it. Now I will pull 3 cards for your love interest before we go into the extension and see what's coming through. What do we need to know, please? Okay, you're ready to take a leap of faith. The one thing they do want us to be aware of is they're walking away from a very toxic situation. This can be to do with, they're sort of showing, with the devil energy, Pluto's going retrograde. This is separate to the 3 cards for the love interest. The external issue is a toxic situation they're walking away from, which was really coming through with the read, with these kind of very dominant energies, things that they have pulled down that are well and truly already over, that did cause a lot of angst and anxiety, and there was disputes, and it sort of felt like possessive energy, very possessive, and again, possession. There you go. It's like, no, you don't own me. I'm a human being. At some element, it might be financially, but I feel it's more the demeanor of the energies that are coming through. A lot of intensity, a lot of arguments, a lot of possessiveness, and you in your mind's eye physically going, look, that's dead and gone. That old version of me giving my power to you, allowing you to feel that you can do this to me. And this can be a number of individuals, it won't just be one. But I do see that Cancer has really cut that energy off. It does take a while for that emotion to, you know, kind of settle, so to speak, but I do feel well and truly there might have been some epiphany moments you have this week, if not last week, where that really cements it in for you. Now, this external energy are people that I feel Cancer is really keeping away from. And again, this can be the cross watchers energy too, but I'm picking up it's more Cancer, especially since it did land on the Queen of Wands. Towards the love interest, you know, it's like they don't know how this is all going to go about. They want you to understand that. It's not like there has been a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of recovery, but they're ready to take a leap of faith with you. So that, if anything, I feel it's more they're saying they don't know how you feel about this and if you're still wanting them, for those of you that are single. But I do feel, nevertheless, they're willing to jump in the deep end with you to see where this is going to go. And it is, in their minds, they feel on the scale factor, this is something definitely more balanced than what they had. Now, we will go through to the extension. If you care to go and watch the extension, we'll go into this deeper. The link is directly below, or you can go to the main page and press the join button, and it gives you all the info there. We get the Twin Flame Lives weekly. We get the Twin Flame Lives in the member zone, which is coaching. We also have the pre-release content for the videos and then the extensions. See you in the extension. Otherwise, I'll see you live on YouTube for the twin flame updates separately. Thanks for joining us. If you do want the extension read, it is in the link directly below in the box. Also, all the booking information is there. Please subscribe if you do want to have current updates relating to astrology, moon energy, twin flame path. I do have super chats, so if you do feel you can't afford a reading, you can jump through and have a question during the sessions, as well as if you haven't joined my website, please do, because I do put up notifications relating to when I'm coming live, any events coming up, and specials. Take care. I will see you later. Have a great week.